I almost don't feel the need to speak. Um, I just want to take in all the silence. It's beautiful and sunny outside, so breezy, as if my breath was synchronizing with the breath of the earth. I am surprised every time I come to this practice, movement X. I'm deeply moved by the possibilities of experience that I get to touch upon, and I feel very, very lucky, privileged, and blessed to experience this um, sense of being alive. So as I was moving, the first part, the experience, movement as experience. The second part, movement as exploration, and then third part, movement as expression. The experience is the foundation of this practice because it builds on this principle, it follows the principle of just coming into awareness through the body, awareness through the body, of the body, from the body. So awareness of the body and the perception at the same time. It's almost like a dual awareness because I am aware of my physical reality and then also what I am receiving and perceiving from the environment that I'm in. And so that first drop in awareness is the foundation of this practice. And then following that awareness, holding that awareness, there is a weight, weight as in there's a weighting, suspension. A suspension into being available and waiting for what is present and what wants to surface. So an impulse, if there is any, an impulse from within. And then following that impulse to explore the second step, second part of this process, to explore where that impulse is taking me. What kind of movement? And does it take me into different qualities of movement? Does it take me into different range of movement? Different levels of movement? So, because I have a history as a trained dancer for 20 years, I have a lot of movement available to me, range of movement available to me, and my body has that possibility. So naturally my range of experience also expands because I'm not limited to only a fixed way of moving. So that exploration journey into the range of movement, the quality of movement, and the impulse that arises and invites me to move, that can take me into another exploration of emotions, the landscape of emotion, and being aware to that. What is this emotion that I am sensing right now? Do any images come up for me from my past, from my dreams, from my childhood? Sometimes there is a sense that I've been here before. In this moment. And so kind of time and space kind of collapses into this body, in this moment. And from there, from that experience and exploration, what do I want to say? What do I want to express through this movement? Can I give it a voice? Can I move into certain a dance of a story or a moment or a memory that I remember replay it and infuse it with who I am today, where I am today, how I am today. And so this is multi-layered, of course, and it's so subjective, which is why it's so powerful too, because it's a method and a tool, an approach that anybody can use, anybody can access. And the reason why I call it movement rather than dance is because the word dance sometimes is very heavy, very intimidating for people, and one usually has some images or an idea that comes to their mind whenever they hear dance. And so movement strips off all that meaning, the images, and it makes it so much more available or accessible to everyone. Having said that, movement can also sometimes seem very dry because it can seem very mechanical and functional, which is why we are integrating the exploration of emotions and an expression of that into this practice, so that it does become a dance eventually, a dance of who you are and what you want to say in this moment. And it doesn't have to be linear, it doesn't have to be literal, it doesn't have to be theatric or miming. Certain gestures mean certain fixed things. It can just be very free and fluid and abstract and very personal. And so in that sense, it again becomes more available to anyone. So that's why I prefer using the word movement over dance, even though it ultimately opens into a dance and rests as an expression that is released, that is shared, and hopefully witnessed by another who is supportive and loving and witnessing in a non-judgmental way. They're present for you. This act of expressing and then viewing in a supportive, non-judgmental way becomes very whole, very contained, very whole, very full, very rich, very juicy, very helpful. We learn to connect and empathize. We learn to share authentically who we are. Yes. So I had some memories come up from my childhood today. It's breezy, but it's also very dry outside, very still, very silent. I'm lucky to be in a place where I can experience silence and just nature. I know how rare that is today, which is why we chose to live here in Goa, in this village. It can never get too quiet, too silent around here. In those silences, I feel like I can immediately access my childhood. As a child, I remember I would have a lot of silence around me in many moments where I was alone. I don't remember thinking too much. I don't remember ideating or it just wasn't in my head so much. I was just with the grass, with the trees, with the breeze, with the smell of the pine trees in Missouri, the sweet smell. I consider that moments fully lived in oneness with nature. So I got to return to that right now. A reminder of who I am, where I come from, what's my nature, and the stillness within me as I move. Thank you for being here with me again. I'm really hoping that this practice, this method, Movement X, to experience, to explore, and to express yourself through movement, can be something that that you could borrow or you could take and experiment with for yourself. Find your silence, to find your nature, find your true expression. Thank you again.